Hello everybody, welcome along to another Homebrew Wednesday. Just having a drink, and we're having a commercial bottled beer. We're having a Yorkshire Heart Brewery Molly's Chocolate Stout, and it weighs in at 7% ABV. And it's really nice. It's got quite a sweetness to it for 7%, and it is chocolatey. It's more chocolatey than it is roasty or bitter. Very nice. So that's what we're drinking. So, what we're going to talk about this week? Well, I'm going to do it in sort of like 3 parts. This one. I see there's a excuse me. There's a bit of a trend that's been going on YouTube. In fact, I've probably missed it. I'm behind as usual. And it's your thoughts on home brewing and the other closely linked thread or trend was your brewing space. Well, there's been quite a few done them. I've seen quite a few. I think it was SJ, wasn't it, that started this thread on your thoughts on home brewing. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. My thoughts on home brewing. I'll give you a quick tour of my brewing space, although it's in limbo a minute. We're doing some alterations all over. In here, in garden, how I'm storing things, so we'll go through all that. But firstly, we'll just talk about what I've been doing brewing wise and beer wise. So that's sort of the format we're going for this week. So right, I'm drinking a commercial. This is actually a bottle I actually bought 12 from Yorkshire Heart Brewery. Quite a while back, 3 months or something. And this has been sat in back of my fridge, and I'm only having a couple tonight because I'm working tomorrow, so I thought we'd have this one. And I've no beer on my taps. Everything's gone. My hand pull's gone. I have a keg in corner there that's to be cleaned tomorrow before I go to work. I'm on nights, so I've time to do all that. I'll clean that tomorrow. So I've nothing on my taps, so I've brewed today, and it was a kit I had bought, an all grain kit, and I've just one more all grain kit left, and then I'll be back onto my own recipes and recipes out of books and things. So it was from Brew UK, so that gives you an idea how long I've had it, because I don't think Brew UK are up and running anymore. Every time I've been on, it's been no website. But last time I went on, maybe a month ago. So anyway, it was a alpha male pale recipe pack what I brewed today, and it sounds beautiful. It's like I say, it's a pale ale, and it's 23 litres, and it should be 5.3. We were looking for an OG of 1047. I got 1046. Final gravity is going to be 106, giving you 5.3. So we'll see where we get with that. The grain bill, quite simple, 4.1 kg pale malt, 520 grams of wheat malt and 250 grams of carapils. That's all your malts. Now the hops, Columbus, Citra and Mosaic, and they smell amazing. I'd forgot how good Columbus smells. It's a long time since I've used it. You got 70 grams of Columbus, 70 grams of Citra and 20 grams of Mosaic. And it was mash temperature 64 for 60 minutes, sparge at 78, boil for 70, but I boiled for 60. Protofloc lasts 15. Fermentation, when it's at 10:20, am I reading this right? 10:20. Yeah, 10:20. We dry up, balance at hops. So we're doing hop wise. We're doing 40 grams of Columbus at 30 minutes, 20 grams of Citra and 20 grams of Mosaic at Whirlpool, and then balance of hops to dry up. So really, and I'm using USO5. Really looking forward to that. It smelled amazing. I cubed it. Bloody fly. I cubed it, and I'll pitch tomorrow and get that going. And I'm tempted. I know it's going to be a good hoppy beer. It'd be good kegged. But I really am loving my Hample. I think that's going to go on Hample because the other one I've got is a lager. So that wants to be on tap. So I think I'll put that on my Hample. Put this lager on tap. What I'm going to do next. Possibly this coming weekend at some point. Hopefully. If I can fit it in. I'm very, very busy. And then I'm going to look to, I've got a load of Citra, a load of Mosaic, I've loads of stuff. So, we'll see. So, and that brewing wise is all I've done. I've just done that one, and I did that today. That's dangerous for 7%, really is. Right, if I don't get onto other things, this video is going to be 25-30 minutes long. So that's all I've done for brewing wise. Home brewing. How did I start? Why did I start? My thoughts on it. So I started home brewing when I was late teens, I think it was, and I started doing wine. Why I started doing wine, I don't know. Did wine. It was basically crap. Went on to kits, did a few kits, and although I understood what I was doing, the kits I was doing were just kit in a kilo, cans. I don't know whether it was just my palate at the time, or kits back then were rubbish. We're talking my late, so I'm talking 30 years ago. Whether they were just a bit pants, don't know. So, and I did it for a couple of years, whatever, then packed in. And then kids come along, wife, all the rest of it. And then it must be 10, 11 years ago, I picked up the gauntlet again. And like everybody, I started on cans, kit and kilo. Mixed results depending on what kit it was, because some kits are a lot better than others. And this time, I think maybe because I had a couple of good results at the beginning, it spurred me on. And then I started meddling. I was doing a dry up, I was adding some steeped grains, little things. I was doing a little boil. just with a little few grains and adding that in, trying different things and experimenting, doing some, adding fruit to them, and I got some really good results. And off the back of that, I started doing the dairy kits, you know, the 2 pouch kits in boxes. Like, I did a lot of, like, is it Evil Dog or Twin Dog? I can't remember, it's that long ago. And I did a lot of all your standard main ones that were out on market at the time. And then I progressed, and I thought, I want to go at this all grain. I watching YouTube, and I could see all these all grainers, and there was that big debate of all grain versus kits, and there were people saying that kits are rubbish, you've got to go all grain to do it properly. So I give it a bash, and I did it old school. I got a cool box for my mash tun and what have you, foil on top, and did it that way, and I got some good results, and I was impressed. So you start putting a bit of money into it, and I progressed to an all-in-one system. I've got the Hopcat. Now I know a lot of people on social media, if ever Hopcat put a thing on on Facebook, they get slagged off, oh, you're rubbish and all this, that, or that. I've had no issues whatsoever. I've had that 3 year, 4 year or something. It's like, no, switch it on, it does what I tell it, and it brews good beer. So my experience with Hopcat, I can't fault them. Whether I'd buy another Hopcat, I don't know, because I have seen similar, or if not same sort of thing, cheaper. So I don't know, but if I ever swapped over, I think I'd go bigger. I've got the 65 litre, and I know you can get, I think it's Brew Tool to 100 litre. I think I'd be tempted for one of them, but I'm happy with what I've got for now. And I'm brewing good beer, good drinkable beer, and it's not just me saying that because it's mine. I've brewed some rubbish beer, don't get me wrong, but now I know my system, I know what I'm doing, I know what I like, so I'm brewing, personally for me, good beer. And I've never had any complaints when we've had people up. They've always enjoyed what we've had, and I have no intentions of stopping. I will carry on. Still drink commercial beers. I like to try different beers. If ever we go out, I never drink the same beer all night long. Every pub I'll have a different beer. Wheat beers, lagers, Hamples, you'll name it, I'll try them all. Because there's too much out there just to stick to one beer, in my opinion. And so that's how I started and progressed, sort of thing. And then I got messing about with YouTube, and I do all these videos, and the community on YouTube is brilliant. Community on BrewTube, Facebook, brilliant. If you're prepared to put yourself out there and ask questions, read books, then everything you need to know is out there. It's just up to you to find it or ask, and there's people out there that'll help you. I think it was Rick Shaw. Was it Rick Shaw? I can't remember. One of them were on about similar sort of thing, and I can't disagree with them. Community-wise, it's brilliant, and very little, or it's very rarely that you'll get a negative. Even if you're doing something stupid, people, they'll tell you what they think, but they're not nasty. It's not a nasty community. It's a good, it's, what's for a better word? It's all helpful criticism sort of thing, which I love, because I like to learn as much as the next person. It's great. It really is great. And going forward, do I think this hobby is fading out? No, I don't. I think it's getting stronger. I do agree with what SJ said about a lot of your small local homebrew shops are closing. We've got one 10-15 minutes walk from me, and I don't use him, or I very rarely use him, and that's purely because I'd love to. I wish I could go in there and get everything I needed from him and support local business, but he's a one-man band on his own, and he's not really catering for what I want, as in all grain. Yes, he'll do your 25k sacks of grain, but they're ridiculously priced. I can get them cheaper online with delivery. And he's a big range of kits, single can kits, like I said, your double pouch kits in boxes. He's got loads of them. He's quite big on wine side and a little bit on spirit flavourings and things. All your buckets, fermenters, but they're all plastic. There's no stainless in there, nothing like that. So if I want something, his yeasts, you can get an 04, an 05, a lager yeast, and then you're struggling. There's no liquid yeast and anything. So if I've got to go somewhere for a specific yeast online, I won't just buy that one yeast. I'll put an order in and get some bits, and I can get them cheaper, and it's purely down to money. I can get stuff cheaper online. Like I say, I'd love to just use little homebrew shops, but it's just not financially viable for me. I'd sooner, what I save on a £60-70 order, if I spent that £60 or £70 order in his shop, it'd be £100. So why would you? And it's a shame, it really is. But although the shops may be dying out, I can see the online growing. And when you look on YouTube and you see all these new brewers coming on and starting the hobby, and all the people that's been doing it for quite a while, people like me, like I just said, Rick Shaw, Dudes Brews, there's loads of them. You could just keep reeling them off and reeling them off, and they might go away and stop doing videos for a short while, but they'll come back and chuck one on, and they're still brewing in between. I don't do as many videos as I used to, and I should do really, because I do enjoy doing them, but it doesn't stop me brewing and participating in my hobby. I'm just not as active on social media as I like to be, but I do think it's growing, especially in this country. Don't know, I can't speak for states and what have you, but in this country I think it's here for long run. Like somebody said, I've seen quite a few of these, and I can't remember who it was again. They can remember the dads or the granddads brewing and making beer, and now we're making beer, and I'm sure my son will remember in time, when I'm long gone, me making beer, and it'll carry on. It will carry on. I'm pretty sure of that. So that's my rambling thoughts on the state of homebrewing as such. And what were the feed they were doing? They were doing my homebrew space, weren't they? So let me see how long this video is. We're going to be here. What we're on now? God, we're on 20 minutes. I might have to cut this into 2 videos. We'll see. Right, so my brewing space. Most of you that follow me will know I built a bar. I had a bar at this end, and I had my brewing gear at that end. Little fermentation chamber, and I used to brewing corner. Then I changed it, ripped my bar out, put a new bar in, bought some new stools, put some racks up for God, who's papping their horn? Put some racks up with my grains and stuff, and that was that. And then I didn't like that end, and I did say I was going to change it. Well, I'm in the process of changing it now, but to actually change it, I'm getting rid of my sofas, and I'm going to build some bench seating all the way around with storage underneath for all my grains to go under. Well, I've got rid of that back sofa, and I've got taken out one of my shelving things. So we'll go over there, and I'll shoot this way, and we'll do a quick pan round. I'll show you my brewing space, take you in the garden, show you where I keep all my gear now, but that's temporary. They are going to stay in that unit, but that unit's moving because I'm redoing bottom of the garden, but that's another tale. I'll tell you when we're outside. So we'll go over here and we'll show you what's what. So right, if we walk in here now, this is my brewing space. As you can remember, that's the new bar that I put in, and my dartboard and TV. I was just watching some YouTube actually before we did this. So we've got TV and all my bar, and that's the back of my bar with 2 fridges and a maxi, I think it's a 110 chiller down there. We've got a hand pull, and then we've just got a chrome, I'll take that off, chrome tower. We've got the whole garden wheat beer pump, Stellar Artois, and another chrome one there. And then drinks up there, miniatures, cocktaily stuff over there, and a really good selection of whiskey and gin. And then we come over here. Like I said, the units in that corner have gone, and the sofa that there has gone. That will be going, as will this unit. And then all these tubs that have got, that's got like chemicals and things in, you know, like your Camden tablets and all that sort of stuff. Grains, them 3 are grains. Vacuum sealer, all my recipes and things in there. More grains. I have my 25 kilo sacks in there, some more grains. These boxes are full of steins and like fancy glasses that I didn't want to get rid of. So what I'm planning on doing is putting some sort of shelving across there and across there, and then I can put things up, you know, fancy things and what have you up. My hop cat and my boil kettle, they're the 2 things that I may have to leave in here. That's the keg I was saying I need to clean out. That table is going to get cut down, and when I've put my bench seating in, I'm going to use it for a table in here. Pete's oven eventually, I know I've said it a few times, is going to live outside in a purpose-built thing when I get round to it. But the rest of my gear, for now, is in that unit because I'm redoing alt bottom at garden. If you remember, my decking was rotten, so I've had to rip it all up, and that's what I'm in the middle of doing at the minute. But for now, just bear with me. I've got all my brewing gear in here. 60 litre fermenters, 2 of them, 1 in back, bottling tray, my old mash tun, buckets, till, stir plate, the yeast starting flasks. This is just full of fittings and all sorts in here. There's fittings, there's keg fittings, there's all my bits and bats. And as you can tell by colour, it was my daughter's. But we're resourceful people as brewers, and we'll take anything that people will give us. Or I will. Brand new plate chiller there, not used yet. Pipe work for it there. So that's going to be a future video of setting up and testing. So for now, most of my stuff are in there. Oh, we've got a cat there. But it will eventually, when I've finished doing what I'm doing down here, that unit will live here. But at the minute, I've took all my decking up, and I've been very busy because I took my decking up. The height from the step from conservatory onto the floor was too big, so I've just built another step. Only 1 course iron, 3 flags. Built a step there. I've just put a concrete slab. I've just laid a concrete slab yesterday there, so I can do another step with these 3 big flags here. And if I just go over there and turn around, my son's coming to take these. There it is. I've just laid them down roughly to get an idea of what we're doing. I will set them, mortar them in, and all these will be mortared in. So will these. I'll string line them, mortar them in all level, and then all this is going to get gravelled. Some sort of fancy gravel or pea shingle or something, and get some new furniture there. And then as we come from this point here, I'm going to come out some sort of curve and return to that back fence with bricks as an edging. I'll lose this corner lawn, but it'll be a nice sweepy curve, and the gravel will continue out and all this, and we'll get some nice pots on and sort it out. So that's why I've not put a video up in the last week or so. Been very busy doing that. But we've got that. This is a project as well, but they're all right. Sorry about that. Camera cut out. We've been gabbing on that long. So like I was saying, this is another ongoing project. So we'll go back in shed and I'll talk to you in there, because people are doing the gardens and all you hear is lawn mowers. Right, so this video has gone on stupidly long, and when I were out in back garden there, then it got to 30 minutes and cut off. So I may have to do all this in two 15-minute videos, or roughly 15-minute videos. I wasn't right sure what I was going to talk about before we started, but bloody hell, I've rambled on, probably all rubbish. Anyway, it's far too long, so that just gives you an insight into when I started brewing, why I started brewing, my brewing space. Oh, and I never said, did I? When I actually brew, I've two little round tables out there that I just fetch in and just stand just inside there and just lift my hop cat and my boil kettle on, and I just do it there. Nice and simple. If you look back to my last brew video, I was brewing there, you'll see it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to have to leave it there, fellas. We've gone on far too long, and if anybody's watched them both all the way through, cheers. You're a glutton for punishment, but thank you for sticking with me and subscribing, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheers.